Hello, Maple. Well, here we are. It's Sunday evening, and I'm going to record chapter 74 for tomorrow morning. I hope you've had a lovely weekend. I've had a brilliant one, a really busy one. I spent the day with my mum on Friday, which was lovely. And then yesterday there was a barbecue at my eldest daughter's house for my birthday, which was lovely. And then I've just had a day of catching up on housework and things like that today. But here we are, ready for chapter 74. And we left off with Grandpa Byron getting his memory back, wasn't it, about the day that Pi actually died. So let's see where we go with this. Chapter 74. Okay, think about this for a second. How would you even begin to explain to Grandpa Byron what had gone on? No, me neither. In fact, the first thing I say as I sit at the kitchen counter is there anything to eat? He gives me a glass of milk, which I down in one, while he heats up some aloe chucked in the microwave. Then I eat and eat and eat. I take Alan Shearer from my backpack, and the look of incomprehension on Grandpa Byron's face is replaced briefly by a smile, and he gives him a little Brazil nut and a saucer of water, and he seems to relax a little. It's good. I think my hamster has given him something else to look at apart from me, and the tension I have felt since the doorstep lessens slightly. Grandpa Byron pulls up a stool to the counter and sits opposite me while my hamster and I eat. Having my mouth full means I can't really talk, so I look around a bit and I'm surprised to notice that he doesn't seem to have tidied for a while. It's not that his kitchen is dirty, it's just like messy. Grandpa Byron's house was always full of stuff, but he had an amazing ability to keep it all tidy. Only he must have been too busy lately, or something. I notice another thing as well. His long plait of hair isn't there. There is the beginning of an uneasy feeling in me which isn't helped by the following exchange. I clear my mouth of spicy potatoes and say, Grandpa Byron, can I ask? What did you call me? Grandpa Byron? Oh, yeah, I'll explain in a minute. This has kind of thrown me, as you can guess, but I press on. What is the capital city of, I don't know, Greenland? Grandpa Byron squints at me. I've no idea, son. Why do you ask? And then we start talking. I won't tell you everything. It goes on for hours. I'll give you an idea, though, of what it is like from my side. Imagine trying to explain what a book is to someone who doesn't know what reading is, like someone from an ancient jungle tribe from centuries ago. I guess it could be worse. At least he doesn't assume that I'm crazy or lying. He just lets me talk and talk and talk, asking the odd occasional question, trying to keep my story on track. But it is really hard, and I keep thinking at any point that he will say, All right, Bonnie lad, that's enough. And this is ridiculous. Either you tell me the truth or I'm phoning the police. You're a young boy in my house. I don't know who you are from Adam and Eve, and it's the sort of thing that could get a fellow into a lot of trouble. And so on. But he never does. Because here's the thing. I think he believes me. It's things that I can tell him, like 1. Grandma Julie. I know who she is and how she dies, and that Without You by Nilsson, oh I know that song, Maple, was number 1 when they got married. 2. I know why he came to England in the not-so-swinging 60s, because of fighting in Punjab. 3. Most of all, though, I know about Pi. What he looked like, how he talked, his blue satin bomber jacket, his little head bob. When I talk about Pi, Grandpa Byron sits still, shaking his head. drinking in every word like a thirsty man. My boy, he keeps saying, my poor, poor boy. Then I do something that almost proves my story to Grandpa Byron. I plug in my phone and give it enough charge to revive it. And there are the pictures I took just a few days ago for me, but 30 years ago for Grandpa Byron. Me and Pi on the beach, and me, him and Hypatia. Do you remember this? I ask him, and he does a slow, sad head wobble. I think so. My memory, well, it's not what it was. Let's just leave it at that. We sit in silence for a bit, and Grandpa Byron gazes at the picture on my phone before saying quietly, why did you run away after the accident? I find I can't really answer, and when I lift my eyes I can see he's looking intently at me, not harshly or angrily, but he wants an answer to something that I can see has been tormenting him for 30 years. And I hate myself at that moment, because all I can do, and I know it's pathetic and childish and unworthy, all I can do is look away and turn my mouth downwards and give a half shrug and say, I don't know. There's a long pause as I squirm inside at my own wretchedness at giving such an inadequate answer. Looking back, I wonder if it was in those few seconds that Grandpa Byron's attitude to me shifted slightly. From that point on, it has felt as if he believes my story, but also that he blames me for the death of Pi, and for not facing up to it at the time, for running away like a coward and leaving him to grieve, unknowing, for 30 whole years. All he says, though, is, it's late, son. Shall I take you to your room? My room? Well, you look tired. And where else are you going to stay? The small bedroom was Pi's old room. It's got a bookshelf crammed with science books and a wallpaper mural of Earth seen from space, and from the ceiling a dangling model of the solar system. There are even still some school books on the desk and a pot of pencils. I haven't been able to change it since Pi left us. But it's not actually as creepy as it sounds. There's something nice about feeling this close to Pi. I like it, I say, and I give him my best smile, but he's just looking through me, a bit vacantly. Hard to blame him, really. I don't think this was how he was expecting his evening to turn out. Then it hits me. I knew there was something else about him that was different, and it's his arms, both of them straight and strong, and I ask him, do you remember me asking you to double-check the bolts on your pyro rig? His eyes roll up as he searches his memory, and then he nods. Aye, I suppose I do remember you saying that. Why? I see you kept your word. I'm sitting on the bed and he kneels down in front of me and starts taking off my shoes. How way, son, you must be cream crackered. Cream crackered means, well, I'm not going to say the word maple, but it means extremely tired. I haven't heard him use that one before, and I smile. Then he pulls my socks off, and he's about to turn away when his head snaps back like it's on a spring or something, and he's staring at my feet. I mean, really staring at my feet. And he reaches his hand forward nervously towards my foot. He's doing this odd goldfish gaping thing with his mouth, and I could swear he's gone a bit pale. The old Grandpa Byron, the one from before, obviously knew all about my webbed toes. My gosh, I'd forgotten that. This one, though, looks horrified and I tried to put him at ease by wiggling them at him humorously, if that's possible. I don't know, he didn't laugh. Yep, syndactyly it's called. It's pretty rare. Have you ever seen it before? He nods, just the once, but he says nothing else apart from sleep well as he slowly backs out of the room. He smiles, but there's something going on behind that smile, and although I'm super tired, I cannot sleep because I cannot stop thinking about Grandpa Byron's confused smile and his over-the-top reaction to my pretty insignificant toe thing. Well, there we go. Okay, Maple, well, I will make sure that is uploaded first thing tomorrow morning, and I will record the rest of the chapters just as I promised you for the rest of the week. I hope you've all had a lovely weekend, and I will see you again very soon. Take care. Bye. Bye.